In this video, we will continue working on solving simple basic trig equations. So let's see, number 4. What is the difference between number 4 and number 3? Number 3 is called the basic trig equations, okay? What's the difference? Number 3, one side we have isolated trig value, okay, trig functions. And it is not now. So number 4a, I need to isolate sine alpha. So add 2 on both sides. After that, what do I need to do? Divide both sides by 5. So this is not a, this is alpha, okay? You can write alpha like that. Beta. So we use alpha beta a lot in trigonometry class to refer angles like A, B, okay? So this is the starting point, and let me start using the same notation for reference angle. Since I have alpha as unknown, can I label alpha R for reference angle? And let's use the inverse function with positive input, and then we can have reference angle. So let's follow the directions, and let's use the nearest 10th place of that. So inverse second sine, and then 2/5. And you have reference angle about 23.6 degrees. Make sure you're using degree notations when you're dealing with the degrees, okay? So in this interval, how many solutions do we have? So we have only one rotation, so let's think about sine rules. All students take calculus, that is for the positive sine rule. Which is my basic equation now? This is the basic equation. Is this positive quantity or negative quantity? Positive. So I choose first and second quadrant for positive. Okay, so we go with first and second quadrant. If my answer is in the first quadrant, my theta will be same as theta r, right? I'm using alpha, so my alpha will be same as alpha reference angle, alpha r. So answer will be 23.6 degrees. Next one. Next alpha will be from this one, right? If angle falls in the second quadrant, it is not at 180-degree location yet because of that difference, right? So I need to subtract alpha r from 180 degrees. So we get 180, subtract 23.6, and we get 156.4 degrees. So my answer is in curly braces with the comma, so this is solution set notation. So this boxed one is called the basic equation, okay? Basic trig equations. When you make a decision for quadrants, you need to look at the sign of this number. So we choose the positive sign for the quadrants so we can complete the work. Next one. Subtract 1 from both sides, and then divide both sides by 2. So my number is going to be -1/2, and this is my basic equation, okay? So let's calculate alpha r, reference angle. So take the inverse function, and you attempt to put -1/2, and what do you get? You get obtuse angle, okay? Obtuse angle is not acute angle, obviously, so that's not reference angle. So make this negative quantity as positive to get reference angle as an acute positive angle. So what is the angle measure? 1/2. I memorized this, right? Cosine 60 degrees is 1/2, isn't it? Yes, so you use a calculator, we get 60 degrees. It's not necessary to round up to the nearest place because it's the exact answer. So knowing that, let's make a decision, okay? So which quadrant do we select to have cosine alpha as negative value? All students take calculus, not here, not there, because this will give you cosine value as positive. We have a negative quantity, so answer will be from quadrant number 2 and quadrant number 3. If we have quadrant number 2 or 3, we use 180 degrees, right? Because this is the angle measure with the x-axis. So 180 subtract 60 degrees. One answer in the second quadrant will be 120 degrees. And from the third quadrant, you keep moving 60 degrees from 180 degrees. That's giving us 240 degrees. So solutions are 120 degrees and 240 degrees. Since this is periodic function, we have more than one solutions, okay? More than one solutions since it's periodic function. That's why we have a limitation of the interval. So we can have several countable numbers as a solution. So if we rotate this more, we can have more solutions possibly. So that's how we solve simple basic trig equations.